already in here. Never mind. Hang on, I am not started yet. I'm just trying to clear some crap out. There we go. Welcome to Old Man Gaming. I'm Patrick. I was kind of just trying to figure out what I was going to do tonight, because I literally don't know what I'm doing. That's the whole point. I mean, obviously I'm going to probably create something in D&D Beyond, because that's literally what I do every week. That's literally all I do anymore, because I don't have any discussions. So, oh, hold on, I got to check here. Okay. So it looks like I just discovered Lars is not going to join us for D&D tonight. He sucks. He sucks so very much. Okay, there's that. Now, what else have I got? I gotta answer him back. Okay. Okay, there we go. Just wanted to get that out of the way. Okay, hold on a second. I gotta see real quick here. Ooh, a Bob Ross painting with Cthulhu in it. That is awesome. Hold on. I gotta share this one. This is just really cool. I like that. It's awesome. It's Cthulhu. Hold on. Actually, let me get to the desktop. There we go. Now let me pull up this one. This is actually off the Bob Ross Discord. Decent waves. A little rough on there, but hey, painting is painting if it's good. I do like the way the waves break over here and that. And of course, tentacle part. The unholy tentacle party is always fun. Okay, so sorry, I'm just kind of doing some random stuff tonight. So I have to decide what I'm going to build. So I can create a spell, I can create a monster, magic item, background, feat, race, or subclass. Probably not doing race, feat, or subclass, because that requires figuring out how to design that. Yep, okay. So let's see where we're at. I am kind of waiting for Lars to get in here, because when he gets in here, we get to have some conversation. Let me turn the music down just a wee bit. I'll worry about that later when Lars shows up. Okay. Yeah, I have a thing for art stuff. Let's see here. Okay. I've created plenty of monsters and magic items. I have not created a spell yet. Let's think. I'm trying to think. I could create a feat, but we gotta kind of look at the feats and spells. Okay, I have an idea. Spell school? Nope, we are going to create this from scratch. Okay. Actually, hold on. Let me check something here. Spell. So let me check, spells. So I want to check two things here. Game rules. Let's go to spells. Okay, so I think I want to create a universal spell. Something that pretty much everybody can learn. So we're going to start with, okay, so we're going to start with Cure Wounds. Because I think what I'm going to do is something with healing. But it is going to be an expensive one. Let's see here. Okay, this is an evocation magic. Let's look at all. I'll tell you what. Let's look at all the healing spells that exist, and I'll explain why. So we got auras of life and vitality. Okay. That's abjuration. Aura of vitality. What's that do? Innervation. This is a necromancy spell. Target takes 2d8 necrotic damage, and target takes 48 necrotic damage if they fail. Okay. Okay, so healing and cures is mostly life transference. Let me look at this one. This might actually... twice the necrotic damage you take. Tell you what, life transference exists. Okay, oh, hey. Lars wants to jump in here. Let me give him a call on the Discords. So let me pull him in on a video call so I can see him. Let me adjust some sound levels here. Hello, you're on with me.
I'm on. Am I alive? Is this television?
Hold on. Let me get you adjusted here. Okay, say something.
Something.
Okay. Trying to get your levels right.
Something else.
Okay.
Something.
That sounds about right. Okay. So
But of course, since your camera is being occupied by OBS,
yep.
I can't see you, which is fine.
Okay, so let me pop you out here. There we go. Do you want me to try to see if I can get you on video, or don't worry about it because it's all awkward and shit? Okay.
No, it's fine. You do your thing.
Okay, so I was trying to figure out something D&D to build. I was going to start with a spell, but I'm not feeling it. I don't know.
Fair enough. All good. Well, as far as D&D goes, you know, you're always making characters. I mean, you make them like they're going out of fashion.
Yeah, that's not something special. Nicolas Cage was fun to create, though. I tell you what, I wish I'd have done Mr. Rogers, Bob Ross, and Steve Irwin on stream too. But yeah, I did those.
Yes, the holy trifecta.
Yep. Oh yeah, there we go. I got my caffeine in me, so I'm ready to go to 3 a.m.
Yeah,
You are not apparently.
Yes, because I was lucky enough to change my flights to an early one that will take me, instead of taking me to Denver for an absurdly long layover, it's taking me to Orlando for a much less absurd layover.
I know the old one was 13 hours. How much layover you got?
I think about 5.
Oh, compared to 13, yeah, awesome.
And the flight, instead of leaving out at 8 o'clock tomorrow night, or 9 o'clock tomorrow night, heading for Denver, I am headed to Orlando at 11 ish.
Tomorrow morning?
Yeah.
Oh, 11?
Yeah. So I will
you,
be
you
back
can't.
in California and at home tomorrow night.
Oh, sweet. So Sunday is definitely on. Awesome.
Yes, it is.
Now here's
Yes, it is.
Now here's a side question. To do that though, you're shitting on D&D tonight, aren't you, motherfucker?
I have to. Yeah. Well, here's the thing.
Sleep when
if
you're dead, bitch.
Not sorry. I already feel like I have the time anyway.
Okay, so I got to figure out something to start building.
A life?
How you have not watched the last 2 episodes of Stranger Things yet, correct?
Have not. No.
Okay. Did you get? Oh, wow, that was fun. Okay, so here's the question: did you get through anything involving? Did you get through? How much do you know on Vecna? Stranger Things version. Stranger Things version.
Well, I've seen the first 7 episodes of the first half of season 4. So I know who Vecna is.
Okay, you don't know much about his. You know his backstory though, correct? I'm trying to.
Well, yeah, of course, because it's they talk about he shows. Does he show Nancy his origin story as the little boy?
Yep.
Who goes off and kills his mother and his brother, and then basically leaves his father to take the fall.
Yep. And then you know where he ends up, correct?
Yeah, 11 basically strips or sends him into the upside down.
Yeah, I couldn't remember whether that was episode 7 or there was the last 2 that it all occurred. My brain is something about watching it and then getting up at 2:30 in the morning to watch it before work. And we had 4 hours to watch it. We just got it done.
That's the thing. If I was 20, 25, something like that, I would have done that in a heartbeat. I'm 48 now, just like you, except for at least for the next couple of months.
But here's the thing though. I stayed up, but here's the thing. I went to bed early so I could do that. And then I wasn't going to do in D&D that night, obviously, because that would have killed me.
Well, yeah. See, here's what little sleep does to me. I because I had a very early morning flight to leave California to come to North Carolina yesterday. We had to be up by 3:30 in the morning, so I tried to go to bed nice and early, say at around 7:30, and I eventually got to sleep at 2:30. And then I had to drive all the way from Santa Clarita to Ontario and do that whole song and dance and then get on a plane. I still don't know how I managed to do it without passing out before I got to the hotel last night. But when I did get to the hotel last night, we ate dinner. I talked to my wife for a couple of minutes, and then I passed out until 8 o'clock this morning.
Yep.
That's an aside.
You had a crash. Yeah, I'm going to crash tomorrow. If I can get up in time for lunch, it'll be amazing.
Yeah. Well, I don't doubt that.
But yeah, I will say it was worth it. just for the chance to see it live with my daughter as we watching it for the first time, because otherwise she's going to watch it without me.
Well, I would say at least there's something you can watch with your daughter. I mean, she is a teenager, so
I can't get her into Strange New Worlds, but oh well.
I wonder if they changed the title to New World Strange. They're into it.
Yeah. Although the downside is, what was last week's Strange New Worlds episode about?
That was. Damn, hang on.
Yeah.
Oh, well, man.
Oh, it was with the Gorn.
Of course, yeah.
Which remind me of which are similar to which the Demo Dogs and the Gorn have, to a small degree, similar roots in the Velociraptors of the Jurassic Park franchise. You know that some of their design on both of them has some of that DNA in it. And I was confusing the two last week because we watched Stranger Things, and then next day I watched Strange New Worlds, then went to sleep, then got up and watched Stranger Things, and I kept getting them confused because
lack of sleep or something.
They were awesome because they were intense horror episodes. Ugh. So yeah, obviously we're not going to talk last two episode spoilers for Stranger Things. You do. I take it you have, out of curiosity, have you had a chance to see little clips and pieces? How much is spoiled for you?
Of Stranger Things?
Yeah.
I have not had it spoiled for me.
Oh, good. So you don't
Strange New.
The one small spoiler I was considering is Eddie's song that he cranks up when he's standing on top of the camper.
Please tell me it's Master of Puppets or something.
Why?
Because I just seen that. Well, because I saw a. What did I see? Oh, I saw a not a meme, but I saw like somebody posted an image on social media, and it was like a fun fact, and it was that Rob Trujillo, who is the current standing bassist for Metallica, his son actually performed guitar work for Eddie for Stranger Things.
Okay. Do you want the spoiler?
Yeah, go for it.
It's fucking Master. He hits that, and I just lit up. It was like, holy shit, Master! Yeah! Lauren, of course, is not overly impressed with this. Was like, dude, this, considering Master of Puppets came out earlier in the year, I think they were in '86 this year. So yeah, it came out earlier in the year. So whether technically the character would be able to learn and master the guitar in the pre-internet era, don't know.
Who cares?
Who gives a shit, though? Holy
it's
fuck.
It really is. It really is really one of those who cares moments because
it surpassed the Kate Bush song for me. But that's just because I think it is the best of the Metallica songs. And wow.
It is. Well, actually, Master of Puppets. You mentioned that Master of Puppets is actually like, I want to say, a very close second favorite Metallica song that was performed on the Through the Never soundtrack, which was their live concert / movie thing they did a few years ago, and that opening guitar riff is so chunky, so meaty that you have to eat it with a fork.
Yep.
And yeah, I mean it is.
Yeah, and when it explodes, it's just Okay. Hang on, I'm going to try to get my music back in here. I was playing some ambient. I just don't want it to over-dominate us. Hang on, give me a sec here. I am literally just...
Yeah, that's good. All I can see on my screen right now is me and two little dots going around and around because I can't see you, which is perfectly fine. I guess we could have just gone... Well, the thing is, we could have gone with the audio-only thing, but hey, people can look at my awkward face too. Hi.
Yeah.
Crap. As I sit in my hotel room in North Carolina.
Looking all sad and shit. Yeah.
This is not they're not obviously not sponsoring us, but this is a huge shout out to the Best Western franchise.
They're doing
I
they're doing you a solid.
Not only are they doing me a solid, they because I've gotten to I've been in and out of this particular hotel at least 4 times within the last year, and they actually I know one of I actually know the night manager by we're on a first name basis now.
Sweet.
And as soon as I come in, he's like, dude. And so he's a huge Star Trek nerd, so we sit and chew the fat for a few as I'm getting settled in, or as I'm running around doing things.
Okay.
And
okay. On a side note, I think I'm going to build the Stranger Things version of Vecna tonight. So.
Oh, I think you say
I'll interrupt you while we're trying. But yeah, that's why
I thought you were going to do the D&D version of Eddie.
What, he'd be a human bard.
Yes, but he would be a human bard on par with Hetfield and whatnot.
I don't know, maybe.
But yeah, go for it. I mean, I'm
trying to think what to do with this because literally, we're just gonna sit here and shoot the shit for a few hours while I build something, or I don't even know.
Well, here's the thing.
I don't even know I'm going to build something.
As far as the Stranger Worlds version of Vecna, I'm seeing
Stranger Worlds
large. I'm thinking largely like illusionary magic.
Yep. What's the opposite of the Fae? That's the shadow.
The shadow.
The shadow. So I'm trying to think what to call. I'm trying to think one monster type. He's not beast, celestial construct. Let me pull those up, and I don't know if we'll finish him or not, but we're just gonna have some fun with this. Let's see here. So I just need game rules.
I'm just waiting until we can talk Strange New Worlds, and to the point where I feel like I don't think the same people who watch Treknicity watch OMG. So that's not necessarily a bad thing, because I realize we're probably going to spoil the shit out of it. But that's fine because I am in the mood.
Yeah,
I just finished.
It came out yesterday. If you haven't watched it yet, then come and pick up the VOD because wow. Okay, so today while I was working, when I had moments, I flipped on and watched through the classic Trek episode Balance of Terror for reasons. And those reasons are, it is the coolest thing is that this is literally, let's retell the original series episode, except that Pike is in command of the Enterprise instead of Kirk, and he fucks up.
Yeah. Oh, it is totally the Marvel What If version of Balance of Terror.
Yeah. Yeah, and yeah. Long story short, I love the episode. I'm going to say though, as good as the episode is, there's one thing that when I read about this possibility, I thought it was, this completely fits, and it's definitely the biggest flaw of the show, and probably could theoretically make this the weakest episode of the entire season. Although it's a great episode. And second, Balance of Terror is so good of a Star Trek episode that it is better than this.
Well, you have to say it's better than this one because the original one sets the stage. It is the shock value. It is that one thing that it spoiled the thing that we all take for granted, that we have all taken for granted our entire lives, and that is that it allowed us to see the Romulans for the first time when nobody had seen them before, and it was a huge reveal. I mean, it is like...
Well, wasn't that huge? It was season 1 of a show that there were some people watching and not everybody's watching.
But it's like Bobby in the shower on Dallas reveal kind of level,
I could see that in the sense that for the characters in the show, it's like, holy shit, they look like Vulcans. Spock, that looks like your daddy.
And it
literally.
Yeah. Yes, because it was played by Mark Leonard.
A side note, I was watching a thing on this, and he suggested they could have gotten the guy that played Sarek to come in and play the Romulan commander, just for the joke.
Yeah.
Just for the joke.
That would have been perfect. I think that's the only way that Romulan commander could have been any better.
Yeah.
But the cool
and
thing
literally
about
took moments of dialogues from the show, which that was
Absolutely,
kind of one. Well, that was kind of one of the problem points, though, was that I forget, who did they get? I'm blanking on name. They gave her the racist asshole role.
The Praetor?
No, on the Enterprise.
Oh, you mean You mean Ortegas?
Ortegas, yeah, Ortegas. Yeah, they made her the I don't trust Vulcans because I might be a little racist, which seemed a little bit out of character for her. It's like, really? What went wrong in her world? That was kind of the problem there. So, yeah, I don't know if that was.
I don't know if that's necessarily. I don't think that's a strike against it. There are things there are times when something is copied or lifted for solely for the effect where they want to add gravitas to something and it misses the mark. I totally understand that, and that can be a bad thing. But this series as a whole has done a fantastic job of playing homage to the original. It has never mocked it. It has never taken it for granted. It has always given us those tidbits that we have loved for years and years and given us just a smattering of it. One instance of that is the Freaky Friday episode where Spock has the dream about fighting with his human and Vulcan half. Well, we get the taste of the scene that we saw in Amok Time. I think it was Spock Amok was the episode.
Yep.
Where we see T'Pring pull her old switcheroo and call for the Calliope, and we get the Vulcan that was almost as cheesy as the 60s version, but done in a way that is respectful and tasteful. I mean, pardon me, I think the only time, let's see, we saw Vulcan in that episode. I don't know if we've seen Vulcan in any other TOS episode. We have seen it in Enterprise, but that was like a on location live thing. That was not paying homage to the original. We did see a piece of it in the Motionless picture, and then we also saw
and in the Motionless picture. Yeah, and in the Motionless picture, it looked fucking stupid.
Oh yeah, because it was basically it was a matte painting against a partial soundstage.
It was an insane looking matte painting. It's like, seriously, it doesn't even look like a real world.
Yeah. But then we got to see, of course, the Vasquez Rocks version of it in Star Trek IV. Let's Go Save Whales.
Yeah. So yeah. Where was I on that?
You know what? I don't know what you do, but I'm happy talking Stranger Things, Strange New Worlds, or any other geek thing that's going on right now.
Okay. So back to my Vecna thing. So I got monster types. We could go with, first of all, aberration. Utterly alien beings, including aboleths, beholders, mind flayers, and slotty. So aberration is definitely. Fae is
not fake, no.
Yeah,
because Faes are
too happy.
Like they're not created. Vecna was created from a human being. Right. So I mean, I think you're on par with or on
aberration,
on target with an aberration.
I don't think I'm going to rule out fiends as well because
a fiend would be most likely something that is self-originated. It's not created. Like you don't create a fiend.
Monstrosity would be another possibility. Magical spirits gone awry like owlbears, or product of curses like Minotaurs, Yuan-Ti. So we got monstrosities. And theoretically, and I don't think there are undead in the. I don't think there's really undead in the universe. So I think we come down to either monstrosity or aberration. I think I'm gonna go monstrosity because he is a human, but has been mutated into a very alienish form.
I would say
he's still got the core of a human, which means he's not utterly alien. So
right, he has human sensibilities. He just has no fucking morals.
And we're gonna make him some subtype of human monstrosity because he is there at his core. There's human there, and obviously medium, not a swarm. Alignment. He is going to be, I think, neutral evil. Because I don't think he's on the law or chaos side. So I don't know what I'm going to do challenge rating. Okay, so we got our basic monster. Let's see here. I'll come down and look at this. Armor class, I'm going to give him, let's see here. 10. We're just going to give him, say, armor class 14 because he's easy to hit. I mean, no, actually, we're going to make it, 14. We'll make armor class 14 because he really doesn't have armor. If you can get a hit on him, you're going to hit him pretty easy. Sound about right?
Yes, sounds about right to me.
Okay. Okay, so the second thing with Strange New Worlds is Pike's foreknowledge. And the big problem here is he going to try subtle ways to keep trying subtle ways, or is it you're predestined to get fucked up like Hogan's goat and shit and turned into burned up chair dude?
Okay.
So you got to live with it.
So here's the thing. I think we have put that baby to bed because it's always been hanging over him all season. He's kind of managed to sidestep it for the majority of the season because the season needed to be able to evolve and breathe without that going on. However, what he did do, and this is another wonderful homage to the original series, is that we see Pike make the choice that allows or that explains why Spock is so indebted to him that he risks court-martial in the events of the menagerie.
Yes, that one is definitely, yeah.
It's another piece to the story that had never been expounded on. We knew this was the case, but we didn't know why. Now we know why. And I'm just going to go on record. Seeing Pike in the Maroon Marauder was fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
I squeed. Normally when I'm watching Strange New Worlds, I'm paying attention. I'm using kind of doing this. And kind of just kind of keeping one ear on that and one eyeball on it, and the others on my phone or something, or talking to my wife. Well, this one, I was glued to it. I've seen comments on social media in the last 24 hours saying that this finale episode was god awful. It's the worst of the season. Yada yada yada. And I'm like, are you fucking stupid? How can you say that it's awful? I mean, you don't have to say it's necessarily the best episode of the season. That's fine. I appreciate that. But that was not awful. That was amazing. I mean, there were so many little tiebacks to the original series, to Balance of Terror, which, of course, anybody who knows me knows that Balance of Terror is my absolute favorite episode of Star Trek. Full stop, of any series. And not just because it's the first time we see the Romulans, but it is the first time in Star Trek that we see real consequence. Okay, stuff that just can't be reset or redone or fixed or gone back to. It sets in motion further events that involve the Romulans going forward that just cannot be gone back on. And the other thing is that it's so bittersweet because in Balance of Terror and this same thing is referenced in A Quality of Mercy, is the couple getting married on the Enterprise. Of course, in the opening of Balance of Terror, Kirk is officiating their wedding, but they never actually get married because they go to red alert before he could even perform the ceremony. So you're like, shit, that's bittersweet. Then the fiance dies.
Yep. They gender swapped it for this one, so
right. Still, I mean, and then there's that bit where they see what the Romulan looks like for the first time, and they completely do the whole, like put the light on their eyes.
And they look over
when they go to Ortega's, and it's like boom, right there, and then they go to Spock, and boom, right there. It's like,
and of course it zooms in, and he does the eyebrow thing because of course he does. It's Spock.
Of course he does. And like I'm going to go on record and say, Ethan Peck plays a phenomenal Spock. Like I don't know what it was. Like I've always had a mild beef with the non-original actors playing these roles, but this, hell, even I can't think of his name is Paul somebody, the guy who got to play James Kirk in this episode.
I would say he's probably a little underwhelming, if anything, but this is James T. Kirk. And I think he struck a balance between William Shatner always saying things with a pause in between, because, of course, it's William Shatner, and Chris Pine's asshole, who sits on the bridge during the Kobayashi Maru eating an apple to prove he's even more of an asshole.
Yes, exactly. Wearing his Starfleet pajama onesie. But like, I mean, it's just, look, I feel like what, hell, okay, this
a Kirk who has more to prove because he's only commanding the shitty little Farragut compared to, holy shit, it's the Enterprise.
Right, and the thing is what most people don't remember is, as far as part of Star Trek canon, James T. Kirk has the distinction of being the youngest Starfleet captain in history.
Yep.
He was 35 when he was given command of the Enterprise as a captain. He commanded the Farragut as a lieutenant commander, I think, after his captain was killed in combat. But he was the youngest Starfleet officer to be given the rank of captain, and he was given command of the Federation's flagship at the time.
Although it wasn't the Federation's flagship in the TOS series, because they hadn't figured out the Federation flagship yet, to be fair.
Fair enough.
Yeah. The blunt truth is, we're gonna have some retcon and some continuity issues and shit like that. You can't not have that when a franchise is over 50 years old and you're mining the OG territory. It's going to happen.
It is going to happen.
Try not to completely rape the canon, but you don't absolutely say, I have to adhere to it. I can't change anything.
Right. Paul Wesley is the guy who they cast as James Kirk in this series. Yeah. And, of course, we know Strange New Worlds does not revolve around Kirk. I mean, he's going to feature more prominently in season 2, I'm told. But this series is exploring Pike's Enterprise.
Yep. Speaking of Pike's Enterprise and his first officer, let's just jump into that oh shit moment.
Well, yeah, and we knew that the whole thing with Una being an Illyrian was going to come back and bite her in the ass at some point. We knew it.
Yeah, because
there would have been no point in there would be no point in making it known if it wasn't going to factor in at some point.
Because Mbenga's daughter, they introduced that. Like, why are they introducing this? And then they keep referencing it a few times. Like, this is getting pointless. And then they bring the episode where they resolve it. It's like, holy shit, that was good.
Yeah. So we know this isn't the end for. I am so terrible with names right now.
Una?
Rebecca Romaine. We know Rebecca Romaine is not going to be gone off the show permanently.
Although I did have a theory about that. The reason that Pike didn't have her is that in the alternate reality, he couldn't really do anything because there was a war going on. So,
right.
So he was busy having to run a ship and fight a war. So yeah, she got locked up and gone. So this time, no war, which means he has the ability. Actually, oh wait a minute, hold on. Now that I think about it, wait a minute, the war would have been 7 years later. So why did he fail in that timeline? But he does. Why did? And she'd been locked up for years at that point. So I just realized that.
Right. Well, the thing is that it's. Well, hang on a second. So, in the episode, hang on, I'm gonna turn on.
In the episode, it's 7 years later, and he finds out that she's been she's been gone for many years because
for 7 years.
Yeah. Which is basically how the episode ends, is them hauling our way. Yep, I'm glad I don't have you on camera. Let's put it that way. I'll just share with people momentarily. Yeah, that's what I have to look at, folks. Be afraid.
So you're just now putting me on the episode?
Well, I just moved you on the screen for a minute. I wasn't going to leave you on there because, yeah, it's awkward as shit. You're not on the screen anymore.
Oh, I see.
Nobody wants to look at that shit.
No, that's good. If that's the case, then I'll just put this over here. Or I can. I don't have to sit at my lap.
No, put your dick away, for fuck's sake. Anyway. Okay.
Well, I can't. He's in Ohio.
And you can't see this till it shows up on the stream if you have the stream on anywhere. And you don't, so you can't see me flipping you off.
I was going to actually I was going to put it on my phone, but I figured no, I don't want to because I just want to sit here and talk. Because this is the first time you and I have actually got to really sit and shoot the shit on an episode. Because usually when you're streaming, I'm either at work or I'm either at work. And occasionally I'm at work. And then
you're getting off work. You're getting off work in the middle of it.
Yeah, off work, not off that because
Okay.
Okay,
so let's see here. Hang on, I got somebody knocking on my door. Okay, so I'm going to give Vecna psychic resistance because, yeah, he's a badass. Hang on a second. I got somebody knocking. Feel free to talk about Trek while I'm checking in.
Well, anybody knows... Oh, don't look at that. That's my guy. Anybody knows that I'm a huge Star Trek nerd. Like, an absolute huge Star Trek nerd. I was really concerned about Strange New Worlds, but there were a couple of things that kind of got me in the mindset. I was going to be like, okay, cool. Maybe this will be okay. And it has completely redefined my love of the Star Trek franchise, even to the point where, like, I completely overlook the obvious production differences between the original series, TNG, and any other franchise or spinoff.
Except the Abrams verse. Fuck the Abrams verse.
Well, that's not really even a spinoff. I mean, I guess so technically it is because the whole time travel black hole into the Kelvin universe thing. But and here's the thing. One thing Strange New Worlds has managed to do has managed to cherry pick the good elements of Discovery, and Toss, and the Kelvin universe, even to the point where at the end of this episode, when the I guess future Pike, not future Pike, but our Pike, who is currently in his future body, is sitting there talking to Kirk, and he's like, "Oh, tell me about yourself." He's learning about this character, and you hear Kirk say something. He's like, "Oh yeah, my father was like, he was serving on the Kelvin before he got transferred to blah blah blah." So we know that those certain versions of events do happen. Not obviously not in the way in the Kelvin timeline, because it's a different timeline.
Yeah.
But
it does.
It's like cool. They cherry pick these little things, and they're nice.
Yeah, it references George Kirk being on the Kelvin, which is where he is which is his starting and ending position in Abrams' Trek.
Right,
which is fine.
Which is referred to as the Kelvin timeline.
Yeah, which doesn't break the Prime universe, because it just says he was there.
Right.
Because in the Prime universe, none of this Nero coming through and Kirk not getting out of the academy and be given command within a week.
Right. I mean, if you want to be technical about it, the whole Nero thing happens like 100 over 100 years later, because he goes, because Romulus gets destroyed, and
because he does exist in this timeline, just in the future. Does.
Correct. And then he goes through after they manage to Dyson up the giant supernova that destroys Romulus and Remus.
Yeah.
Of
course, the supernova. According to Star Trek Online, of course, Sela caused all of it, because she basically went back thousands of years in time and pissed off the Iconians, and they're the ones responsible for causing Hobus to explode, which destroyed Romulus.
What would have been awkward is if they had only destroyed Romulus and not Remus.
Yeah.
That's another thing. I mean, if I can.
Side note, we will get to play through that one day in Star Trek Online if we ever get around to it.
What, the whole Iconian thing? You've already been through it, right?
Yeah, the Iconian War, and we get to look at Sela and call her a genocidal bitch.
Discount Tasha Yar.
No, Tasha Yar discount Sela. Oh, also,
Sela,
guess
Sela
what?
Is Tasha Yar's daughter.
Yeah. Also, Tasha survived being killed. Of course, we find out that later. Of course.
Wait, whoa!
She didn't die again.
Whoa! Back the starship up. What?
Okay. Yeah, you are okay. I'll share this with you because it'll get pretty obvious. So when they said she was killed, they shipped her off to another planet and disappeared her, and it got swarmed with time bubbles and weird stuff. And we find her final resting place with Sela. Because of course.
Yeah,
I'm pretty certain this isn't I'm pretty certain this isn't all canon, because this would be insane to make canon.
Well,
because there's like 5 wars.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Yeah, especially when you end up fighting Discovery Klingons alongside real Klingons.
That's my biggest concern about season 2 of Strange New Worlds. It's because Strange New Worlds is in the Discovery verse. I mean, even though Discovery is supposed to be the it's supposed to be in the Prime universe.
Yeah.
Those Klingons, man, like at some point, if those Klingons are like real, like if they're Prime Klingons, then somebody's got to go back to Worf and like, because they do the whole trials and tribulations thing.
Side note, I will say that episode is better than the original Trouble with Tribbles.
Well, of course, because it has all of the Trouble with Tribbles goodness,
literally,
while bringing in some wonderful DS9 shenanigans.
And Worf saying we don't discuss it.
Yeah. So at some point somebody's going to be like somebody from from TNG time is going to go back and see these Discovery era Klingons. It's going to be like, what the hell, Worf?
I don't.
Like, seriously, man, what the hell? Can you guys just not make up your mind as to what you want to look like? I mean,
it's the 21st century. We can be what we want.
Yeah.
I identify as a Discovery Klingon now.
What was it? LBGTQA plus?
Klingons.
It's Klingons.
Fuck, oh my
Klingons an alternate lifestyle designation. I mean,
yeah, okay. Discovery Klingons are alternate lifestyle Klingons. Let's just go with fuck. What's
combat is combat, I guess.
I'm never gonna get Vecna done at this pace, am I? Just say no.
No, I guess not. Look, I'm just having fun. You can work on Vecna all you want. I'm just
yeah.
I'm loving the stream of consciousness discussion.
Okay, I'm gonna switch to FTL because I can click on that a little bit, play that in pieces. So let me switch that over on Twitch so that I can see I'm playing FTL.
Little.
Yep. Yeah, I was gonna play that, but let's switch over here and just because FTL's a game I can kind of play while.
Yeah. I was saying before, season 4 of Enterprise did a really good job of explaining the whole smooth-head Klingon thing. I mean, look, I've got the.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have the source book anymore. I know I've got the FASA version of the Star Trek role-playing game, but I don't think I have the Klingon source books anymore. But in there, they discuss what the human-looking Klingons are. They're basically half human, half Klingon, and they were bred specifically to make them to allow them to more easily infiltrate the Federation. In the Romulan source book, they had half human, half Romulans to do the same thing. It was kind of very, very contrived. That being said, it's fine. I mean, I think Enterprise did a really good job of fleshing that out, so to speak. And Discovery, the problem is I think Discovery took a leaf out of that movie that doesn't exist. Because basically J.J. Abrams made the Klingons look like heavy metal rockers from the dead.
Yeah. Although, to be fair, his Klingons were still better than the Discovery twats.
Yeah.
I know that's not saying much, but yeah. We're going we're definitely going with that.
Oh, one other thing I know that I read that I don't know what they're going to do with it, but look, I was heartbroken that they killed off Hammer in last week's episode.
Yeah, we haven't really discussed. We didn't discuss that because you didn't get to watch for several days. So let's talk about.
Yeah, I did finally get it. Brandon and I did this week's episode of Technicity. We did do a recap of that episode and talked about the highs and lows of that entire episode.
And I'm going to say that he went out beautifully. I mean, if you're going to kill a main character, that's how you kill a main character. You don't Tasha Yar them.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Tasha Yar went out like a bitch. Emma went out like a badass. I mean, and the funny thing is, okay, one of my criticisms of The Empire Strikes Back is where handless Luke decides, because he's like, Vader's like, join me, we'll rule the galaxy as father and son, yada yada yada, and Luke just looks at him and just like drops off the antenna and goes for a skate through the Cloud City.
At least they took the part out. Thank fuck for that. Yes, that's a thing that happened.
Like Luke just looks at him, right, and it just drops off. It just falls off, right?
It's the only way.
yeah, he's like, he's like,
come with me. Yeah. Come.
wait, you've been flying around for 3 weeks trying to get a signal? Geez, you must feel like feet wrapped in leathery burnt bacon. I just love that bit from the Robot Chicken Star Wars first Star Wars special where the Emperor is talking to Vader. Where are you? You've been flying around for 3 weeks trying to get a signal? Oh, you must smell like feet wrapped in leathery burnt bacon.
Yes.
Love it. But then the whole thing, like, when Luke just sits there and looks at him and just drops off, and there's that fanfare of horns right there, that bit. When Hammer falls off the back of the ship into the the chasm, that music was in my fucking head because that was completely badass. That was, I mean, it couldn't have been more badass if the camera had done a close up on him and he was given the middle finger, and I was so heartbroken because Hammer has been my favorite character this entire season. But apparently, the showrunners say that Bruce Horak will be back. I assume not as Hammer for obvious reasons, but they said he's not done yet with Star Trek. Or
the actor's not done. The character's done for.
Yeah. Speaking of which, did you hear that engineer who was speaking with Spock while he's trying to fix the phasers?
That it did. And he sounded like a certain Scotsman.
And he sits there and says, "May I remind you, we only have 2 hours." He's like, "I'm an engineer, not a miracle worker." I was like, "Oh, dude. All right. You can have that. You can totally have that. Go on with your bad side."
That is hilarious.
But yeah, I mean, that was just incredibly good, incredibly good little pieces. Like if you have to rehash a tossed story, they did a good. They cherry picked these beautiful pieces of storytelling from Discovery, which are few and far between. But season 2 with the Pike subtopic, if you want, or side topic or whatever. They brought in the Klingon time crystals. They put Pike in the Maroon Marauder. They did time travel in a way that did make you want to brain somebody with a ball-peen hammer.
You mean temporal Cold War bullshit?
Yes, don't remind me. Anyways, if you had to rehash an original series story, they did a phenomenal job of it. And it actually, like, I'm sitting there and I'm just like, I am absolutely stunned at the end of this episode. And I'm sitting there like, oh my God, how much longer do I have to wait for these guys to come back? Thankfully, they announced this last week. They have actually wrapped completely with season 2. So we should hopefully be seeing them early 2023.
So it's special effects that shit up, and we got more ships. We got more action. Yeah, I can wait. I mean, sure, only 10 episodes, but here's the thing. I'd rather have 10 solid-ass episodes rather than, let's see here, Season 1 of TNG, which had some great episodes and had Code of Honor.
Yeah. the most short-sighted racist episode ever. Like you gotta admit it. I mean,
why they didn't just have him speak Ebonics and just really drive home the what the fuck is wrong with this?
Yeah, I mean, they could have, I don't think it could have been any worse if they had included Eddie Murphy's buckwheat. That's it. We want your vaccine. Hey! Come on, man. Hi, I'm Bowie. Remember me? I was the ruler of this African world where they had the green vaccine. It's like, oh, shit, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my God, how bad can it get?
That show just pops up every time because it's like terribly terrible.
Yeah. So next week, just kind of noting, next week will be episode 17, I think, of Technicity for season 4, and it'll be the last. It's the season finale, where of course we're going to recap the season finale of Strange New Worlds, and then we're also going to recap the entire season, first season. So I figured I'll do a warm up with you, and for me, look, to say how impressed I am with this entire show, I can't even express it. The true gravity of how this has affected my love of Star Trek. Not only because phenomenal storytelling and acting, but also it's the first Star Trek series I have ever seen you get into. I mean, I know you have appreciation for pretty much all of them except Discovery, and you probably haven't even bothered to dip your toes into Picard. And if you don't, I don't blame you.
Yeah, I think because of my experience with Strange New Worlds, at some point I'm going to have to, at the very least, try some Discovery and see how it feels.
Discovery,
just because I want to get more Pike action.
Well, yes, Discovery season 1. If I know I told you to Wikipedia it, but if you do watch it from the standpoint of every show has a first season. Second season is much better storytelling because, of course, we get Pike action. And as much as it makes my eye twitch, we do get to see them go back to Talos 4, which is not necessarily the worst thing that they've done in Discovery. As far as Picard goes, you watch that shit for nostalgia. You watch that shit because Sir Patrick Stewart is on the screen. That's it. There are some phenomenal actors in there. I'm not going to lie. Michelle Hurd. You got Jerry Ryan back as 7 of 9. You have Orla Brady Allen, who ends up playing the role of a type of character we saw in the original series called a supervisor, which was holy shit cool. As in anybody familiar with Gary 7, the episode of Gary 7 on Operation Earth, I think it is.
Yep.
Something like that. So Orla Brady's character plays a supervisor, which we discovered in season 2. And of course, a completely out of left field and super awesome cameo in the last episode of Picard season 2. This is the first series I've seen you actually get into, as in there are a couple of episodes you have watched before I did. And
well, to be fair, I have the ability to watch them before you can.
Yeah, but that's not the point. The point is that, anytime I've ever tried to get you into watching something so we can do a show on it, you're like, I'll get to it eventually. And this one is like now, and I'm like, oh yeah, now I can say, come on and do this with me, and we can talk about it instead of like me trying to be serious about it and you spending 30 minutes talking about your junk.
Speaking of my dick, let's talk about which characters on the show I'd like to fuck. Yes.
The answer is yes.
Maybe not Hemmer. That kind of just seems a little weird. I don't.
Why? Because it's probably because he'd lecture you the entire time. I have a much better penile insertion than you do, because I'm Enar. I all my senses are heightened except for my vision, and I don't need my eyes to know how big my Johnson is. Holy shit, dude! The guy was so arrogant. It was so funny, but he was such a good-natured, arrogant asshole.
That's why we like him.
I mean, he was almost kind of like a clean version of Jay from this universe. Um, the guy was, was arrogant, but he was a good guy arrogant. Um, which, side note, I don't know if you've seen it yet, but the trailer for Clerks 3 did drop this week, and
I will have to
as
watch
much
that
as
one
I was
day.
as much as I was afraid of what the story was going to be, I was pleasantly surprised. Although shocked in a way to see Elias, because he's what 20. The actor's like 20 years older now. Uh, so, yeah, that was unexpected. Um, but of course, the beauty part of it is that, and I know you were making a joke about which, or maybe not a joke. You made a comment about which characters in the show you would sleep with, and you said maybe. Well,
Do I have to fuck
there
Elias?
is look there is a character in Strange New Worlds who's literally named the Banga. What do you do? What do you think? What do you think?
Once you go
Like,
black, you
holy
never
shit.
go back?
That's right, man. Look, here's the thing. Okay, if you want to talk about the sexuality of Strange New Worlds, okay, Pike is he is a strong, handsome leading man. He is masculine, but at the same time he has raw sensibilities.
And is
He has a
fuckable, yeah.
conscience. And
There's
look,
a reason
dude,
his last name is Mount.
what do you do with him? You mount him, son.
You mount him.
Ethan Peck, dude is like, I mean, he's got
adding a syllable to his last name, of course.
Yeah, he has all of his grandfather's charisma, all of it. Which, for those who don't know, Ethan Peck, the actor who plays Spock, is Gregory Peck's grandson. You've got what's his name, Melissa Navia, who plays Ortegas.
Yep.
Okay, I don't like. I've heard people say, "Oh, she looks too butch." I'm like, I don't give a shit that she looks butch. I don't care. I mean, she is the actress herself. She is not a lesbian, but it doesn't matter. I mean, like first of all, the sexuality of the character or the actor or actress who plays them is not in question. Is not a topic of concern. It is more we are talking about just the ability of the character. Ortegas she would have you cracking up in the middle of sex. I mean, there's the line, first date or third date? Do a blind date. Copy that. And the big ass smile, the if you know smile. Like she's got it. She fucking knows about it. And whoever gets to share a bed with that character, you're in for a good time, because it is full of playtime, and it is full of once you get down to business, it is on like Donkey Kong. Now you look at there is a character, another character on the bridge who I think plays the navigator, and I am so sorry I don't remember the actress's name, the Asian actress's name, or the character, to be honest.
Yeah.
But
since we don't know, and she's basically an Asian character in that position, we'll call her female Sulu.
Well, not because
don't remember. I know
Sulu
she has a name. I have to look it up.
Yeah, Sulu was the helmsman. Ortegas is the helmsman.
Yeah.
That's another thing. That's another thing I want to talk about. What is it with Star Trek and making the helmsman and sword play? Because in the Elysium Kingdom episode, Ortegas plays the sword wielding, I guess, badass, and of course in the original series, Sulu was the fencing badass. So what is it with Star Trek and having the sword play with their helmsman? Whatever, it doesn't matter.
talk about?
There's a gay joke in here, isn't there?
I don't know. But there's Cecilia R. Gooding, who plays Uhura.
Yeah.
She is just absolutely. She's a Nubian goddess.
What's a Nubian?
Nubian.
You just took that into episode 1, Terry. I hate you now.
There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with episode 1.
I was going chasing Amy.
Okay, fair enough. You have, let's see, who else we got on the bridge? We already talked about Spock. We've got Mabenga, which, you know, I love the character because we did talk about it in Technicity, how the character, or the actor who plays him, is kind of two-dimensional, which I can kind of see that. But they did set him up for a wonderful, wonderful piece, a wonderful story ending with his daughter, in the Elysian Kingdom episode, where his daughter goes into the nebula and comes back as instantly as a grown woman, and you had that bittersweet moment where he knows he has to let her go, but at least he knows that in doing so, he knows he's done the right thing, and it adds some depth to the character. Not much, but hey, as far as
it paid off the storyline, and yeah,
right. Then of course we have Jess Bush as Nurse Chapel. Like, holy cow! Like, that woman is just amazing. Like, I saw her on an episode of The Ready Room with Will Wheaton. With Will Wheaton. And her interview was crazy good. She is so funny. She's beautiful. She's smart. She's witty. I can even overlook the fact that she's Australian. But the whole portrayal of the character, you're just like, how you doing? Damn, just damn. I did see something funny. It was a meme somebody put out, and it was like the Geordie LaForge style meme, where it's the two types of reactions, and then what was it? You get to play somebody with the unrequited love of Spock, and you get to play the ship's computer. But in the future, you get to try to bang Captain Picard and Commander Riker. Because, of course, Majel Barrett, the whole thing is Majel Barrett played the roles of Christine Chapel, played the ship's computer in TNG, DS9, and all that going forward. And then, of course, she played Lwaxana Troy, who tries to marry both Captain Picard and Commander Riker at some point in TNG. So I just love the little play on that kind of character. Comparing Jess Bush to Majel Barrett was good value.
Yeah, poor Majel Barrett had absolutely nothing to do as Nurse Chapel. Jess Bush just knocks it out of the park every time she's on screen.
Yeah,
mainly because they gave her a character.
That was the thing is they did talk about, some of these actors talked about characters that they're playing now that didn't have a whole lot of meat and potatoes in the original series. Mabenga was one of them. Because
he was just the specialized doctor who knew about Vulcans. That was what he was.
Yep. And then, of course, Nurse Chapel was basically the blonde bombshell who pined for Spock.
And then, of course, the worst one was poor Yeoman Rand, who was basically... Because I was watching Balance of Terror. Of course, she gets close. Oh, no, we're worried. I better hug the captain.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
Like
like,
that
oh
60s
my,
sentimentality is just so prevalent. Like, they think that they're being intellectually forward, but realistically, they're just
they were progressive for what they were, but just damn.
yeah, yeah. It's so funny. But yeah, that was that. And then,
It's
of course,
it's funny but
the one
terrible.
character, yeah, the one character who had um, presence in one episode, which was the original pilot, and that is, of course, Major Barrett's number one character. Um, in this instance, of course, everybody knows that number one has the character finally given a name as Una Chin Riley, uh, played by Rebecca Romaine. Like, holy me and sideways, dude. She does a phenomenal job as a first officer. Um,
Well, let's put it this way: we've always known she could give a good commanding type performance. I
well, yeah,
mean,
I mean,
from
hello, Mystique and the
OG
X-Men.
Mystique was just badass, and it was wonderful every time. It was wonderful every time she could be on screen.
Of course. Um, I still say even made a better Mystique than damn it. Oh, I hate
Jennifer
when I forget.
Lawrence.
Thank you, Jay. I was going to say Jay Law, and you said
Yep.
Jennifer Lawrence. Like, oh
Yep.
yeah. The I would say that Rebecca Romaine did a much better version of Mystique. I like her more than Jay Law's version. Um, yeah, but again, characters that you would want to doink. Um, you could pretty much say any one of them, except maybe in my case, Mabanga, because I'm afraid that dude would.
Also, I'm not big into beards, so.
Yeah, bear.
Yeah, the more I think about if I don't know why it took them so long to figure out the Star Trek formula. I mean,
Yeah.
the Discovery was just such a mess.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what they were going for with Discovery, but I think that they missed the mark. I know what they were trying to achieve. I just don't think they did a good job of it. And now, and this is going to sound
They had to make it all dark and shit, of course.
Yeah, but this is going to sound very short-sighted on my behalf, and I'll apologize.
Your mother sounds short-sighted?
That too. But I think they went out of their way to make Discovery quote unquote woke, and I didn't think that was necessarily something that fell on their shoulders to do. I mean, they did the whole thing of normalizing a gay couple being on the ship, that in the form of Stamets and
The other dude, yeah.
the doctor.
Yeah. I mean, let's put
it's
this way.
fine. I mean, that's perfectly fine.
That doesn't not fit with the Star Trek aesthetic. They've always kind of had some progressive elements.
Of course, it's always been about acceptance and inclusion. So the fact that people get all upset because Star Trek is woke, so to speak, just makes me laugh, because of course
It's
it is.
always been woke.
Yeah, always.
Always.
Gene Roddenberry specifically used different stories in Star Trek to get certain sensitive social topics past the censors, and they just continued it with Discovery. Then you have two characters who the actors are non-binary.
Which is
Blue Del Barrio and damn it, and the other character. But the thing is, the two characters were a couple. Now, I believe that Blue Del Barrio is, I guess, anatomically female, and the other character or the other actor who plays that character's partner was born at or was assigned male at birth. So, but they identify as non-binary. Neither he or she. Fine. I mean, that's cool. I don't care. I don't care that they have to make a point of it. What I do care is that they treat the characters with sensitivity and respect for doing something
Bar for a sec.
that's very difficult.
No tame. I can't remember. Addict. We'll just call your name. Yep. Yeah. Star Trek is definitely about a lot of telling morality plays and exploring the optimistic future. So, and also welcome to the stream.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. So, yeah, and that's the thing about Star Trek is it wasn't like what Gene Roddenberry wanted to portray is a semi-utopic not utopic. But anyways, a utopia in the future that, and it wasn't about he wasn't about like, oh, well, there's just peace and everybody's happy and that's all that stuff. But it was like, no, it was like humanity can rise above, can get out there into the final frontier and explore what's out there with the sense of wonder that we could do it as a people, as one people. Earth is united. Hunger, poverty, sickness, for the most part, has been eliminated. People are dying of old age at 150 because of the advances in medicine. The struggle and the conflict that we saw were about humanity having to. Oh, not a meth addict. Okay, I see them. They just followed us on.
Not a meth addict. Okay, I can't read obviously today. Yeah.
Yeah, apparently not.
Yeah. Although, to be fair, the first episode of Strange New Worlds, I think triggered a few people when they were just showing unrest, and one of the shots happened to have a Trump banner in the background. It's like, okay, I saw that like on second viewing.
I didn't know that. I'd have to.
Okay, quick question: Which did you like more, Discovery, Picard, Suicide? I have not watched Picard, and I gave up on Discovery about 2 episodes in.
Okay.
Strange New Worlds, on the other hand, is a 10 for 10. Awesome.
Okay, if I had to say what my favorite is, Picard or which I prefer, Picard or Discovery, I would have to say Picard, not because of the storytelling, but just because of Sir Patrick Stewart. You're watching it to see that guy fill those boots again. Even though the first season, like, I'm not going to lie, to me the first season was so bad.
Suicide's better.
At the way they ended season 1 of Picard, I rage quit the streaming service. It wasn't until I think Lower Decks came out that I decided to re-up. And
Lower Decks is pretty cool. I've gotten the first season through. It's just spectacularly paying homage to and taking the piss out of Trek at the same time. You got
exactly. And I believe that season 3 is due very soon.
Yeah, I gotta get season 1 cracked out. I mean season 2 cracked out.
And then also the second half of the first season of Prodigy is due out, and Prodigy was a surprise to me. That one turned out to be way better than I expected it, especially for a production that was done in conjunction with Nickelodeon. So that it's aimed at kids.
Well, let's be fair.
It still tells them.
Nickelodeon can tell good stories. Avatar: The Last Airbender is probably one of the greatest TV series ever. Strange New Worlds has it only beaten because of one thing, and that's because of the episode The Great Divide, which sucks. I know you haven't seen it, but if you ever do get around to watching it, you could skip that one episode. Oh, yeah, the Orville. We haven't mentioned that one. Another one I haven't watched because I get distracted by other shit.
So, and let me give you my opinion on that, if I may. First 2 seasons of the Orville were top notch. I mean, there's an episode, and I want to say it's in the first season, where some of the crew are playing practical jokes on each other, and the android Isaac, well, not is he an android? Yes, he's the artificial life form crewman. They basically, some of the crew get him with a practical joke, and then there is a character played by Scott Grimes. And I think his character's Gordon. The dude wakes up one morning and he comes hobbling onto the bridge, missing half of one of his legs. There's Isaac, trying to sleep. He cut his leg off.
Cuts off the leg, yeah.
I mean, they put it back on.
Well, that's what duct tape's for.
But the whole thing is that Seth MacFarlane's unique humor was absolutely on par the first 2 seasons. The New Horizons, season 3, I know that they're picking up. I mean, like, it's been a couple of years since everything stopped because of COVID, and also since the move from Fox to Hulu. But they took a much more serious turn.
Yep.
It was like the whole thing with the way TNG took a much more serious turn from season 3 as well. And I'm not entirely sure that I like the change. There's some interesting stories so far this season, especially with the Krill in last week's episode. But again, I'm kind of like, I don't know. I can take it or leave it. I'll keep watching it because I do like the show and I love the characters. I mean, like, the first 2 seasons were all about these things, these stories where they're exploring different elements of different characters. There's one where Bortus decides to learn or to try smoking, and the dude's like literally smoking 20 cigarettes at a time.
That seems a little excessive.
Yeah, or the part where he gets caught. He has an addiction to. He has an addiction to pornography, and he gets busted. You know, it's just. But there were heavier episodes in those first 2 seasons as well, especially the one where we find out that the race that Bortus is Moclan.
That's the one that are all male?
They're all male.
Yeah.
And then there was an episode where they find some females who managed to escape being genderly reassigned.
Yeah.
And that was a very, very good story to tell.
Which, to a degree, mirrors the struggle of intersex people.
Exactly. And I've I haven't seen last week's episode, but I believe the story revolves around another Moclan. So, and I haven't, of course, it's Friday now. I haven't seen this week's episode either.
I haven't seen any episodes.
Because, well, it didn't help. It didn't help last week. I had been struggling with my hearing for the last few weeks due to
PTSD ship on fire. Okay, now
Yep.
I'm convinced I got to get around to watching the Orville because just damn.
Oh yeah,
It sounds like there's some fun, crazy shit happening.
They tell some wonderful stories. It's just I'm not entirely 100% sure that I like the more serious tone that they've taken this season.
That's probably because they've kind of wore through their hilarious shtick. My guess, because at some point you kind of have to get. You kind of need to just get your show on track and have
Well,
some stuff happen.
yeah, I'll be interested to see if they, pardon me, if they, if this is the last season of Warville. You know, let's see if they manage to keep it rolling for another season after this, because it just seems like it's it's going to be a tough sell to get through it unless they really switch things up. Shit. Just while we're sitting here having this fireside chat about things, I'll just remind everybody, and Patrick, if you want to put it up in chat, we do have a Discord server. If you want to join, and we do try to get conversations going, but it's like we're middle-aged old guys.
Yep.
Sitting on chat servers really hasn't been our big thing for a while. I mean, I still remember the days of IRC.
Yeah, and I've never been much of a chatty person, so.
Yeah, well, that's because
Okay.
nobody wants to talk to you.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to pause for a little bit because I feel some needs from my meal earlier. So I'm gonna put us on. Let's see here. It's 37. Okay, I'm gonna be back in about 10 minutes. So I'm gonna put us on the pause screen till about 50.
All right, that'll give me a chance to go get supplies.
Yep, I will talk. So I'll be back in about 13 minutes max. So I'll be right back, and we'll continue this. Yep, dudes in the 40s are awesome. Trying to get things loaded here. Lars will be back with me eventually. There we go. Loading FTL. It's going to load here. Sorry about that. Shit happens sometimes literally. There we go. So Lars hasn't joined us back yet. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, we were running these dudes. Okay. So, yeah, when Lars gets back, I'll discuss the beauty of good recipes for, Shit, I lost a dude. Oh, that's why. I didn't have that powered. Oh, crap. I'm down to 2 dudes. This is bad. So we're going to send him back here. Where was he originally? He was on shields. We're going to send him up to weapons because he can get there pretty quickly. Actually, yeah, let's get these guys. Save positions. Oh, damn, I gotta get some dudes fast. He is the slowest on repair possible, but I am so in the shit now. Yeah, we're gonna have to race to get there. Yeah, ship's in good shape, but yeah. Problem is I can't buy any crew because I only got 25. I'm out of that. See, 25. That'll give me 45. Can't buy either of them. Good on all supplies, so I'm just going to move on. Jump. Hold on, before I do that, can I get enough power to get me a drone? I don't think I can. Yeah, shit happens. When Lars gets back, I'll talk about my recipe. Meanwhile, I'm just going to concentrate on the game a little bit. Oh, 25. Good. I got it. I've got my system repair drone. So now I got a So now let's just turn him on because we're going to need him. Shit. I'm going to be in the shit. Oh, that's going to be bad. Okay, no teleporters. If they had teleport, they could get on the ship and really... okay, so let's just burn their weapons, and we'll try to take the shields. Actually, we're just going to burn the weapons to the ground. Shit, missile. That's my shields. That's really bad. My rock dude's stuck. I can't send him out for fires. Weapons are offline. Okay, we got it. Yep, my exit vector is going to get fucked in the ass. Lovely. Yeah, I got plenty of fuel, so now comes the painful part. At least I got 2 shield and enough burst to shred a shields. Okay. Oh, I'm going to need to burn. I need to burn their weapons off as fast as I can. Let's see what we can do here. Let me get my picture reloaded. Oh, good, the doors. I don't mind losing the doors. The doors are the least important thing. Oh, no, they got a single. Start tearing their shields apart. Ooh, that hurt. Yep, we got him. Yeah, it happens. There we go. Have to see if Lars can get on so he can see what's going on in the chat. Because, yeah, he's sitting in a hotel room using his phone to talk to me, and right now I'm staring at the wall looking toward TV and a closet, little closet. I don't know if I have a favorite, although this one would be one of my faves just because it has that extra beam weapon you can throw anytime. And being able to have a beam weapon that will cut through ships constantly. Okay, so let's see here. We're going to try to get through this as quickly as possible. Get to here and then just play in this area, then come down. Yeah, okay, that's where I'm going to go. So let's go here first. Yeah, I picked this game tonight mainly because I can play this while talking about other things, because I can pause, concentrate, and then jump into it. Damn, Lars has gone a long time. Yeah, the big thing about tonight is since he was sitting in a hotel and I have D&D in about an hour, and Lars is missing because he's got to get up in the morning. Yeah. As you get in higher levels and they do more, then yeah, that beam weapon. But this way, I have a secondary weapon system, so even if they take all my other weapons offline by a lucky strike, I still have that extra weapon. So there's 2 compartments for weapons. So let's see what we're going to do here. But the big thing I like in weapons is lots of burst lasers, because that's the way to pound through shields and get through shields and do damage to systems quickly. Missiles cost resources, and cutting beams are okay, but have limitations. Okay, let's see here. Burst. Okay, we're going to save this. Oh, didn't get that offline. Hit that. Switch these up. Okay, weapons are down. Yeah. The other thing was, as Lars finally got the final episode of Strange New Worlds watched, and we hadn't talked about it.
Yes, that's right.
Hey, I hear Lars has returned. Yay!
Yes, Lars has returned because I was at a hotel lobby talking to the night manager who was also
Yeah.
He was
A side note, Lars has missed D&D for the last 3 weeks, so although last week we didn't have any, so it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Which is complete suck because basically I joined his group, which is mostly in California except for one person in Wisconsin, and the DM moved from California to to Atlanta. So now there's 2 of us on Eastern time. But the problem is we start at 11 Eastern, go to 3 a.m. When I have to work at 7, it's kind of a problem. Although, luckily, if I was to move this screen behind me, there's a bed back there, because that's my bedroom. And this is my workstation to the right. Okay. So Lars will join us here shortly. Let's see here. I'm going to go up high here and see what I can find. Actually, Lars is traveling because he had to run his son home because custody situation, and his son's in Eastern time and he's in Cali. So, yeah. Long story short, that's the situation there. Okay, 2 shields. So let's just put everything into shields.
All right. So what are we doing?
Plotting your destruction. So let me share my chicken Alfredo recipe because that's that's what caused the situation. So yeah, basically I started with the diced chicken and the onion, and then I cook that down until the onions start to gravy up. Usually I add some paprika, salt, pepper, garlic powder. Gives it a nice flavor. I throw some basil in there once we start adding the liquid stuff, which is usually a thing of the Marco's garlic butter sauce for pizza dipping. I throw some butter in, some sour cream, some cream cheese, and just make that into a thick mix. And then I add heavy cream to cook it up. Then it all cooks together.
Just because you can? Yeah, just because you want your guts to turn to heavy cream?
Yeah, trust me, they did. I share pictures, but nobody wants to see that shit, literally.
Are we back to being just the 2 of us, or are we still have people with us?
Meth Addict still with us.
Oh, that's awesome.
He lives in Japan. Played Star Wars campaign with friends in the Midwest via Zoom as a droid. Yeah.
Okay, so
that
the
makes
Star
it
Wars
a challenge.
Campaign, did you play the old West End Games version, or did you play the more modern D20 version?
Yeah, that's the important thing because
the original, for me, the first edition West End Games version of the Star Wars role-playing game was phenomenal, mostly because I got to play a Wookiee, and the use of Force dice.
D20, by the way.
Okay, D20. The whole thing, the D6 using the Force dice to roll. If memory serves me correctly, and I'm not entirely sure this was done correctly, but it was still fun. Where let's say you had a melee attack of, for Wookiee, it'd be like 5 or 6 dice.
Yeah.
So you turn around and you say, okay, I'm going to spend a Force dice. That doubles your dice pool. So let's say we have a 5 dice melee attack. You got 10 dice, and I think it was like a 5 or 6 was a success. So you take that 10 die pool, you'll roll it. And you say, okay. Oh, no, my apologies. That wasn't a 5 or 6. That was something in Shadowrun. But basically, you had a target that the dice had to add up to. So you roll 10 dice. Okay, let's say your difficulty or what you're aiming for is 10. So you roll 10 dice. And of course, even if you get all ones, you're going to get 10. And if you want to attack again, you take 1 die out of that pool, re-roll the remaining 9. And you just keep doing that until you run out of dice that you can actually hit that target with. And that was so much fun because there was one scene where I used a Force point, and my Wookiee ripped off a stormtrooper's arms and beat him to death with them.
Basically, good old Wookiee martial arts.
Exactly. Phenomenally good fun.
Yeah. Tell him about Force dice. Yeah. Yeah, I'm still trying to remember the system. And the weird thing is I played it a couple years ago, started in a campaign, and we got 2 or 3 sessions in before the GM crashed and burned on us.
Are you talking about the West End Games version?
Yeah.
Okay. So the force dice is basically like what would you call it in D&D? What's a die that, or what's a is it inspiration?
I think inspiration in 5e would be.
Yeah. So effectively,
yeah, always let the Wookiee win, unless you're Mando. Then the Wookiee doesn't win.
Yeah. So if you haven't heard,
not Mando, I'm sorry, Fett. I'm losing it.
What was it? Yeah. So if you hadn't heard my description already, the force dice is basically, not first force dice. It was a force point, and each point represented the ability to double your dice pool when you were rolling. Which made for some amazingly cool scenes in a Star Wars game because, of course, you're all heroes, more like anti-heroes. But the thing is, you let a bunch of gamers loose with almost champions level dice rolling, and shenanigans are going to be had. And for anybody, like, I know I'm showing my age now talking about Champions, but Champions was a role-playing game that was heavily popular, or very popular in the 1980s, and it was part of what was known as the bucket of dice gaming. And do you remember? You can still get them these days. The large, like 32 ounce cup you get from 7-Eleven or something like that, or a Speedway, or any those large drink cups.
Speedway is now pretty much part of 7-Eleven, by the way.
Well, that would explain why places are more 7-Elevens are starting to pop up here in California, and for some reason the one lone Speedway that I've seen out west popped up in my city last year. Of course, it's Speedway in name only, because when I go into Speedway, I expect to go in there and get a honking ass drink like the size of my forearm.
They now call it the Big Gulp.
Wait a minute. Where have I heard that term before? Oh, yeah, 7-Eleven.
Yep. Okay. Also, it's all good. The Boba Fett was solid outside of the Power Rangers episode. Which one was it? Yeah. It was a little bit weak. It was nice to have the Fett back in action, but it's I'm definitely putting it on the weaker entries in the Star Wars canon.
Yeah. Probably, look, I'm going to put Obi-Wan and Boba Fett in the same box. Mostly because a large portion of that series was...
It's not a cup, it's a bucket of drink.
Yeah.
Which, of course, has all the vitamins and minerals you need to get through a day.
What, like vitamin caffeine and vitamin sugar?
Shit, yeah. Also, if you could guess the movie that's a reference of. The character that says it is also in the actor who says it is also in Stranger Things.
You got a second? Don't tell me. I could see it. I can hear it. No, can't. Yeah, you'll have to clue me in.
Do I have to?
You do, because I can hear it, but I can't see it.
Yeah, actually. Okay, the movie is Reality Bites. The answer to that, Winona Ryder.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. You know what I was hearing? I was hearing the line from The Matrix when
you suck.
Tank and what's his name?
Oh, sweet.
Mouse. We're talking about
Yay, hold on. Let's see here. I gotta do something. Sorry, I've been short on crew, and I just got a Burst Slave Visitor Mark II. So, hang on. I'm taking care of business here real quick. Clearing a whole lot of stuff out. I just got 2 new characters. The weapons pre-igniter, which is the greatest thing in the world. And repair. Sorry, I'm all excited because I found... I'm listening. Keep talking.
That's okay. I'm just trying to bring up the episode on... Excuse me. On Twitch. So, let me turn that down. And that way I can see the live chat.
Yep.
When it starts going again. So, yeah, here's the thing. I was thinking of Idiocracy. That's what oh yeah, Brondo. It's what Plants Crave has what was it? Has electrolytes. So I was thinking the whole Matrix thing where Tank and Mouse were arguing, where they're talking about the food, the slop they eat, and he goes, if you was it if you close your eyes, it almost feels like you're eating runny eggs.
It's what plants crave. Okay. Yeah.
Yes, I can see the chat now. So.
Oh, good. Then I don't have to read everything.
That's right, because the sound of your voice is already grating on me.
Yeah, fuck off, you donkey raping shit eater.
Donkey raping shit eater. Gotta love Ike.
Yep. There we go.
You ready, Ike? Kick the baby. Don't kick the baby. Kick the baby. So, I don't even know what the hell we were.
The hell I don't know either, the hell.
We're all over the show.
Yep, that's the way to do it.
This stream of consciousness thing is kind of odd, but fun.
Consciousness. Yeah, we're all old.
Yeah. Well, and I think Patrick mentioned that I missed D&D for the last 3 weeks. First week I was traveling to go get my son. Second weekend I was celebrating my 48th birthday.
Damn kid.
And
I've been 48 longer than that, so.
Yeah, for all of what, like 10 months, 11 months.
But luckily that session got canceled, so I didn't have to get up. I didn't have to get up after 3 hours of sleep.
Yeah, exactly. And then this week I was prepped and primed to be in D&D. However, as said before, I've been able to alter my flights to get home earlier. I was originally slated to get home in the afternoon on Sunday. I'm now going to get home in the evening on Saturday, and that gives me a whole day to at least semi-recharge before I have to go back to my 50-plus hour a week job.
And yes, Obi-Wan was definitely better than the Fett, because Boba Fett felt like a tack on to Mando. Yeah, considering 3/7 of it was pure Mandalorian action.
Yes. So
and
here's the thing:
Obi-Wan actually told a story where not everybody looked too damned old, except when we got Padawan Anakin, 40-year-old Padawan Anakin.
The 40-year-old Padawan. God, we should totally do a mock-up movie poster where we do the 40-year-old virgin, but the 40-year-old Padawan, and deal with Hayden Christensen with his from the Obi-Wan series. The reason why I said I put Boba Fett series and Obi-Wan in the same box is because their best parts revolved around the no, that's not right. I was going to say it evolved around the main character not being the center of attention, but the big thing for Obi-Wan for me was the part where he faces Vader, and we see that, like, people can say what they want, but the whole thing of where Anakin's line, you didn't kill Anakin, I did. And it's like,
people are like, oh, they're just saying that so it makes the original relevant, and makes it non,
Yep.
And I'm like, who cares? Who gives a shit?
Even though we know that their big climactic final battle is going to be them. Oh yeah, we got the status quo. But yeah, very reminiscent of the Ahsoka battle in Rebels.
That was awesome.
I like that one better, mainly because we knew at least one character could be wiped out, and we thought it was.
Nope.
Meaningful character development. That's always a good thing.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing that gets me is there's this whole thing about where people say you can't do that because you're just fixing previous mistakes. No, you're not. Are they doing something that fills in a blank or I guess makes something not break canon, previously established canon? Sure. But they didn't do that for that reason. It just happens to work.
Yeah. You haven't watched Rebels? I will say
Rebels
this,
is good.
It's not the Clone Wars, but it's still a really solid show.
Yeah.
Go ahead, what you're saying.
I want to say, isn't Rebels where we first see the Inquisitors?
Yep. Season 1, we get the best Grand Inquisitor, the better Grand Inquisitor, because I think it was Jeremy Irons voicing, so automatically good. Jeremy Irons or I can't remember. I forget. Somebody who's awesome. But yeah, the great thing is you get a few battles that you really want to see. You get to see Vader action. You get to see Grand Admiral Thrawn show up, although he takes it like a bitch in the end. You get to see the Ahsoka and Vader meeting, which we knew that had to happen from the moment we stopped hating Ahsoka in the early seasons of Clone Wars, which, from what I understand, that was actually a planned thing. Start out with Ahsoka being an annoying little bitch that we want to just see wiped out, have her be overconfident, succeed, then crash her world down, and develop her into a character we like, and she's literally my favorite character at this point. So, that's character development. Oh,
yeah, and then bringing the live version with Rosario Dawson.
Although Ashley Eckstein could have done it too. That would have been great if Ashley had come back and gone live action with her character. Although I'll take Rosario any day. Consider she's a good enough actress that she made us believe that Becky would actually fuck Dante. That's impressive.
Yeah, true. And then there's the dancing scene in Clerks 2 on the rooftop.
How do you play as Thrawn when playing FTL? I am curious about that. Oh yeah, what was the other thing? The other thing to look for in Rebels is that you get a battle between 37 in a row. What was the oh crap. One of the best battles in in Rebels is one that we first saw in episode 1. Maul versus Obi-Wan.
Oh yeah, that's right, because that does get
it's substance over style, because I'll let's put it this way. There's a lot more build up than there is fight, but it is everything you want to see out of the fight. Considering Maul tries to end it quickly using the same maneuver he took Qui-Gon out with. Being that it's a fight to the death, I think you know who's not going to die in that one, considering Rebels occurs before Obi-Wan dies. Are you giving up on the earbuds?
Because they have to recharge.
Oh, okay. So now you're going to sound even more tinny. Awesome. Yeah.
I was going to do this from my laptop, but you know what? No.
This is just a fuck around stream. It's not like we have to really try that hard.
No, and the thing is that, again, the whole stream of consciousness model, sometimes you need it. You need to just have a discussion. That's
it's like dick. Everybody needs dick. Just fucking needs it. Lesbians, Bullshit posturing. How do I manage to go from? How do we go from? I manage to do that? Anyway.
Oh, what was the?
Chasing Amy again for that one.
Yeah. I knew it had to be. Kevin Smith. I'm using that person who wants it.
Yeah, I could use the fuel. We'll let him not die.
I'm using the person who wants the room cold. But like this is too.
Shit. Oh shit. The next thing I got up is a rebel controlled sector. Oh, this is bad. I don't know what the woe's for, but if it's for the rebel sector, yeah, I hate these. This is gonna be bad. That's asteroids and a ship. We're gonna go here. I may just try to get through the sector fast and not worry about hitting. Away party, Federation. Okay, nothing there. Crap. We're gonna go here to the store. I don't know if I can buy anything. Only got 49 scrap to spend. Already have that. Page 2. Oh, the hull repair droid. The hull repair drone. That is the most valuable thing in the universe. Can I get it? 85? 49, 59, 69.
Hut.
I'm selling that because okay. I could buy a system repair drone later, but the hull repair drone is the most valuable thing. You can use your drone parts to repair your hull. The most important, one of the most incredible. What are we looking at here? You getting room service?
Oh no, I was looking to see if they're still open. I think they're closed for the evening.
It's not quite 11 if you're.
Now, if I want food, if I really want food, I'll get my ass in the car and go down the road. But I already, I probably when you drop off to when you wrap this up to go do your D&D gaming.
Oh shit! Double drone action. Shit. I'm in trouble.
There we go. Now we're good.
Switched out to my burst laser because it recharges faster.
So, hey, not a meth addict. Just out of curiosity, what are your favorite role playing games that you've played? I'm talking specifically TTRPGs, not RPGs you play on a console or PC or whatever. It wasn't me. It was the winner, man. Oh, might be gone.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll find out. Either he answers or doesn't.
Yeah.
Nobody's under any obligation to stay here anyway.
Including me. Bye.
Yeah, fuck you too, you fucking fucker.
Shut your fucking face, Uncle Fucker.
Are you going with cocksucking, ass licking, or boner biting bastard?
Take your pick.
The answer is yes, right?
Yes.
This might have been a bad move. I'll find out here. Oh, good. No shields. I can shred a ship like that very fast.
Are you watching the stream?
The what?
Are you watching the stream by chance, or?
Yeah, I can't see the stream very well because you're covering it and it doesn't run nicely. Why?
No, I was curious because I'm watching it and you're watching it. It means we're the only two watching the stream.
Oh, yay. Well, I always have it on. Let's target that and that.
Oh, you have it like on another screen or something like that? Yeah, that's. I don't bother. I don't. That's why I do the whole thing with what is it with the restream. I double check during the opening stream, make sure that it comes up, and then I usually close the tab.
Yep.
The way it is, I don't get overexcited about somebody.
Yep. I got it paused. Yeah, I'm trying to just get through this as quickly as I can here. There we go. Oh, complete miss? Are you kidding me? How is this thing completely dodging me? There we go. Now it's not dodging, which means the hull laser will strip it. With 2 shots, bang, boom. Gone. We have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 possible shots coming. Okay. Okay, get that. Yep, I'm going to take that route. Let's go this way. Come up and around and clean the house here. Okay, I got a quest. Oh, good. It's 1 jump away. These now refuse to pay full price. Fine as bluffing. Full price. Yes, I'll give it to you now. And a distress call. Yay. Oh, and here comes the problem. 3. Oh, this is going to be rough. Okay, so I only have the 2 weapons. Target the shields.
Target that explosion and fire. Pew, pew, pew.
All right, I opened a hole in that. That's good. See if we can get these shields down. But it's 5. The problem is it's 5 shields. It's 3 shields, and I got 5 shots. And there's the hull going down to 75. Luckily, I got 20 drone parts and the hull repair drone, so I could fix that problem real quick. Send him there for quick fix. Got him down to 2 shield. Now they're trying to power up the FTL. Crap. Burst laser 2, burst laser 1 on. Okay. Nope. We got their shield. We got their FTL down. All I need is 1 good shot to tear them apart. Boom. That got him. No cloak and no defense. Yep. Yeah, I don't usually run with a cloak very often. Another distress call. Sweet. Let's see here. Okay, so here is where we... While we're doing that, let's get 1 more weapon. La 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 la. Okay. Do I want to do another hull repair? Nah, I'll just go with 1. Nope, I'll do a second one. But 2 should be enough, because that should give me nearly full. Yep, 1 short, but now I got the hull laser. Now I got 7 shots that'll fire as soon as I get started. I can fire 7 shots immediately. That'll burn shields. Yep, I will help them. Oh, a sector scan. Oh, great. And I'm one jump away from the exit. But now I know there's a store there. Do I try 2 jumps? Okay, so they're there. 1, 2. Yeah, we'll just go straight to the store. I only have 34 to spend, but... Okay. Another burst laser, which would be great. I could use a single thing missile. Combat. Okay, we're just gonna fix and we're done. Not a great... Yep. If I'd have made an extra jump, I'd have gotten overrun on the exit. Sell drone parts? Nope. We're going to sell 6 for 24. That gives me a little bit of scrap. Okay, and now we get out of the bad sector. So, ooh, we got 2 green sectors before the last stand. Okay, I'm going to have to pick up the pace on this game because obviously 11 o'clock, we're done with the stream no matter what. Ooh, a distress call to start. We went immediately to that. Let's hail them. Oh, a Zoltan ship. And they got 3 weapons and 2 drones they just sent at me. Okay, so we're going to tear their shields completely apart. Because they got Zoltan shields, which take like 5 or 6 hits to weaken. And they're gone with my initial volley. I love having a lot of lasers. Take auto fire off. We're going to get everything charged for a single... Once they get everything charged.
So here's a question.
First laser.
As you know, I've got to leave tomorrow morning to head back to California. Do I eat the? Do I visit the free? Do I visit the free breakfast that's downstairs, or do I go next door and risk my guts at the Awful House?
I don't know. I'm a fan of Awful House when you just need something simple to nom up.
Yeah, I mean,
is it the greatest food in the world? No.
But there's a reason why it's called Awful House.
Is there a chance you may shit blood if you eat it? Probably. Is that usually a problem? Not necessarily. They're going. Now I'm blowing shit up. I'm happy.
Pew, pew, and W.
Let's go up here. Just see if we're going to head farther up. But I got my long-range sensors. I got a lot of lasers. Oh, yeah. Pirate ship. Oh, and the asshole has a cloak.
I see not a meth addict is back. You may not have heard me before you took off last.
Okay, yeah.
What is your not a meth addict? What is your favorite TTRPG to play? And they may be gone again.
Well, we'll see. Just give time.
Of course, I gotta do something.
Oh crap! They just shredded me, and my hull laser went offline. Oh well. Well, we're gonna hit we're gonna tear the shields apart, because that's the only really thing I can hit. Are you kidding?
Oh, okay.
Collect a card game.
Yeah, like
I'm assuming. I'm going to guess Magic. So, what's your best deck? Okay, we just got to tear these weapons apart fast.
Or pew,
I
pew,
didn't get the B. Oh crap! Ooh, the beam is shredded and good. Oh. Send him to O2. Send him down to the beam weapon, which is offline now, but...
He says he usually plays sealed, not construction.
Ah, okay. Okay.
What does that mean?
Basically, you open up packs and build decks, which I do that, but I like being able to put my own deck together. I have a goblin deck built around Krenko Mob Boss. If you know what Krenko does, and you know that you can have a lot of cards that can put goblins, yeah, it's a brutal deck, and I can convert it between a standard 60 card and to a commander deck. That's cool. Yeah, I don't do much in the way of tournament anything. Because that takes money and time, and I'm old and have kids, so... yeah, that doesn't get done that I don't get things like that done as often. Krenko? Oh, yeah. I have both Krenkos. Tin Screet, Kingpin, and Mob Boss. And then I was excited because I got the Ravnica D&D book, and Krenko's in there. Yay. Oh, this stupid-ass cloak shit.
Didn't we play through part of a campaign with
yeah,
people from Cincinnati in that Ravnica campaign?
Yep. The one that effectively went nowhere because they kind of went MIA for a bit. You went MIA for a bit. 5 hull points repaired. Yay. Okay, let's go up here. Yeah. Stasis and Prose Bloom. Yeah. Yeah, this is where my lack of knowledge comes in not handy because, yeah, my biggest problem with Magic is I only get a certain amount and I kind of just run off of what I find. I haven't been able to dig deep into the lore because the more you dig into it, the more money you have to spend. And I tend to build a lot of cheap fun decks. And we did have a chance that we did find a group that plays Magic, a big group that plays Magic, and we do maybe once every couple months we can get with them. The problem is this month it falls on the very last, it falls on like the 30th or something, whatever the last Saturday of the month is. We already have D&D slated for that, so if I have to choose between Magic and D&D, it's D&D.
Fair enough. I remember like gaming with with a group when I was younger, and we would play it wasn't really D&D, it was a bastardized version of Star Trek based on
Oh no. Are we about to talk about Hammond Trek?
No, I'm just gonna skirt past it.
Well, come on. That's RPG horror story territory, though.
Yeah, where we have the gay orgy dome,
Yeah.
green Andorians.
To be fair, it was around 1990, so homophobia was all the rage.
Yeah. It was yeah. Anyways, the whole point was that when I was in my 20s, I used to play with a group that we could play until we were, until it was like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Get up, go to work, do it all again that same night, But no, not anymore. I don't think I have the wherewithal for that kind of carry on, that kind of shenanigans anymore. Besides, a lot of people do the gaming thing all online through, like we do with
the
our
gaming thing. Wow, you sound like such a douche nozzle.
I am a douche nozzle. They, instead of doing it like we did where we would meet, at a game store or somebody's house or whatever, and play in person, we now have to deal with the likes of Discord and Roll20. Not a terrible thing. But anyway.
Yeah, they're not jumping. They're not making a jump, and they're not living. And it's over. 7 lasers is awesome. If I could get a burst laser 2, though, that'd be great, because then I could replace my burst laser 1. I get 3 shots instead of 2. Okay, so let's just go there and see if I'm going to redirect. Oh, shit, intruders on board again. Oh, and they all dropped in there with my weakest guy. Great. Send him there. Time to dump about half the oxygen out of the ship. Make sure I got things... they're going to blow my... No, they're not going to get my shields completely. Because now they're trying to get out of the no oxygen zone and into the room with my guys that are getting healed continuously as they fight. Close all the doors, because I got this one locked. Send him over there.
More pew-pew, less pew-pew.
Yep. I haven't bought any doors, though. That's the weird part. I'm just relying on my dude that's in the doors. So let's make this a little more difficult now that I think about it. And it's time to get the shields up. Oh, crap. Okay, so let's move that from there to there, because I can't afford any more anything yet. Okay, so... everybody back home except you go there. Get him healed up. Now send him home. Yeah, let's fight. Let's go up and kill these. Advanced edition when monks didn't suck. I don't think I ever played a monk. I don't think I've played a monk in any edition of D&D yet. They didn't have them in basic D&D. And then I kind of got away from things for a while. And there was some bastard stuff I played here and things like that. And then eventually got to 3.5. Played a bard starting out. 3.5 bards suck. At least that's what the character that was born out of that decided. And she gets played a lot because that's RN. She's now a 5e She's now a 5e bard and happy as a pig getting shit. But yeah, I need to play a monk one of these days because I know in 5e, if you build them right, they can be broken as shit. Oh yeah, wow, that's a lot of firepower. Uh-oh, we're going to just take. We are going to just tear. Oh, are you kidding me? Every single laser missed. I think I took one shield down. And here comes the pet. And you get down there. Oh, my hull's going down. That's not good. Well, let's send a hull repair droid since I got to get that repaired anyway. Okay, it is 41. I got to pause for just a moment because I have the call. I'll be right back in a minute. Okay, there we go. I'm back. Consider the other thing is the monks in 5e now. The Way of Mercy is a spectacular monk. That's I believe we have one of those. Slaps healing on us, literally.
Oh yeah, we do.
Damn, my shields are gone. Not good. Nope, I want to target. We're going to target that. Just going to keep stripping those weapons as best as we... Come on! Are you seeing this? There we go. This is just a grind of a fight. Weapons are down, good. Let's go get that. Shields up, everything's up. Wait till everything charges. They got 3 shield. So we're going to take burst laser on there. Burst laser on there. Hold the hall laser. Oh, come on. Everything missed again. Come on, beam weapon, end this. That's why I like this ship. Because that automatic beam weapon just tears things. Ah, hell. Do I go through the nebula or do I make a waste jump? We're going to make the waste jump. Nebula are nothing to play with. And I'm down to 3 fuel. That is very bad. Are you kidding? Another intruder situation? Oh, hell. Send these guys here. And... trying to shoot through all those doors. Oh no, they're shooting in my shields. No. Oh, now they're trying to get through that door. Will they make it or will they die?
The answer is yes.
They made it through. Now they die. Now they die from that. Send him through to fix the shields while we're waiting. That was fun. That's twice they've tried the whole 2, 1. Okay, so we're gonna let's go down here. I can get out of the... Yeah, I don't have any fuel left, so we're going to jump here to the exit. All right, I got a beam drone. Excellent. Now, the only thing I need is... Now I have 1 fuel left. Oh, we're in trouble. Move that there. Why did I get... Oh, because I want to... Oh, there's a store 1 jump away. We're going for it. Because I have no fuel left, but I'm reaching a store, and I have 8. Oh, son of a bitch. Okay, so we're going to... I hate doing this, but I like that beam drone. We're going to sell it. Sell it to buy the rest of the fuel. It gives me 6 fuel. Not a great choice, but the best I could do. Oh, I still got I got one more sector to burn through in 15 minutes. Oh shit, I got hull damage over there. Get 2 of these guys over here, because they're going to take damage when I send them in with their NG, so they should be able to patch it really quickly. Yeah, they patched it really quickly. Okay. As soon as they get healed, go. Jump. And there's a store 1 jump away that I can't buy shit from except for fuel. Oh, for 30 I can buy my system repair drone, which is the one I'd like. I'd like any drone, but... Okay, so... Let's see here. I can come... Okay, that's a dead route. I can go here, 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 then I can circle back a little. Got it. Okay. Yay, 2 fuel and 60 will take the bribe. No reason to fight if I don't have to. More intruders? Are you shitting me? Get my attack group. Let's see if they can get out. See if they can get out of here. They're shooting at doors. Oh, looks like they're in the camera room, which is completely useless to me. And they're still trying to shoot through to the drone control. I better evacuate drone control first. Oh, looks like they're trying to get through there. Oh, they're dead. Guess they shouldn't have come onto my ship. I do like that move. Jumping to... Okay, go down there and I'm trapped. Okay, looks like I've got so many... Oh, they got some serious weapon on that too. And 3 shields. Luckily, I've also got 3 shields. And we're going to target... See if we can get the teleporter before they... And of course they got somebody onto my ship. Okay, targeting the weapons. Targeting the weapons. No damage, just some... Okay, let's just tear their engines out. Oh, that hurt. That was good. Good, their current weapons they can't get through. Okay, so the burst lasers, they're going there, there. Bye-bye. Still gotta fight these guys off. He's gotta run. And they're dead. I do love it when the guys can't get off the ship and I can kill them. 52. Crap, I gotta get out of here pretty soon.
Yeah, you do.
But I suppose they're probably not going to start D&D that quickly.
No, but I'll go ahead and sign off, and I'll leave you to wrap things up.
We got a store. And I got 10 fuel, so I do not need any more fuel. Crew teleporter, cloaking device. Do I want to buy anybody? Let's fix the hull. Okay. Want to get more shield, but I can't really afford it. Okay, so let's jump. I take it you need to get to bed for a flight in the morning and stuff like that.
I do indeed.
Let's just see if there's anything I'm going to miss. Oh, there was a... Okay. Yep, there's nothing else I'm really going to miss. Okay.
All right. I will...
Lead
I
me
will
to
see.
it. And,
and thanks everybody, who, especially not a meth addict, who has been very vocal in chatting tonight.
Yep. I'm probably going to finish this offline because I need to get ready and get into D&D. So I'm going to kind of half finish while I get into my D&D group. So sorry we didn't finish this battle in the 2.5 hours I was playing, but we were talking other shit, and it's like, yeah, it happens. So
all right, we'll see you later.
All right, till next time. See ya when I find the end credits. There we go.